Hey y'all. So, I want to talk some more about just tips for trying to live a healthy lifestyle. So, something that goes overlooked a lot is just all of the social pressures that we have to fit in and to do things that aren't really in our best interest. So, what we like people to do is we help them identify what their ultimate goals are so we can identify the efforts that we need to take to reach those goals. A lot of times, just the realities of what life is and what it means to be a healthy human being do not fit in with what most Americans are doing. So that's the unfortunate thing is if we just follow along and copy and do what everybody else is doing, then we get to fall in to those statistics of American health, which are pretty terrifying. It's 50% of Americans have a chronic disease, 40% are obese, 30% have diabetes or pre-diabetes. There's a ton more kind of health facts that you can look up from the CDC. That's where I got those. And it's pretty sad, the state of what our American lifestyle, where that kind of leads us. So, first thing we have to accept is that we cannot act like how everybody else is acting because there's something very, very wrong with how everyone's acting. So, with trying to do things in a way or doing things in a way that pushes you towards the body and the health and the performance and all these other things that you want to have, we're going to have to do things that kind of swim against the stream. So something that a lot of people run into is they really start getting into their groove with their new habits and routines. They start to really see progress, and then they can start every now and then just being surprised by the social challenges that come along with doing that. To me, one of the most surprising things is just how other people react, and other people almost feel like they're getting attacked. So something that I had to deal with when I changed my diet up is when you're eating with someone, even though I didn't want to talk to them about it, even though I wasn't pushing it on anyone else, I was doing it purely for me. Everyone else is very, very interested in what you're up to. Especially, it's very easy to see that you're up to something when everyone's ordering burgers and then you order a burger without a bun or something like that. So, the thing just to kind of be prepared for is that when you are in a social situation and you're making healthy choices, it makes other people feel self-conscious about what their choices are. So a couple things happen. One, you get a lot of questions from people. But the other thing is they try and drag you down with them. And again, I don't think any of this is their fault. I don't even think they're thinking of it. But it's just something that you need to be prepared to deal with. So what happens, I think, is that they're self-conscious about their choices and they would feel so much better about themselves is if you, the healthy person, would just eat the burger with them, or you, the healthy person, would just eat the cake with them. So they work really, really hard. I'm always surprised by it. They work really, really hard to get you to eat or do the thing that's going to make them feel better. So something we work with our momentum clients a lot on is just doing things when it comes to your health, doing things for yourself and not doing things for other people to make them feel better if it's at a detriment to your health. So you just have to prioritize your health and just understand that it is going to be strange when they're trying to pull you down. What I get a lot is, oh, this can be your cheat day. What they don't know is that I don't do cheat days. That doesn't mean I never eat things that I shouldn't be eating, but I don't have a cheat day, and I don't do that. So anyway, you just have to be prepared for that. Another interesting thing is a lot of gifts and a lot of gestures of gratitude and things like that involve sugary foods and things that aren't on my in my diet. So another social pressure is you get a present or you're at a birthday party or someone's throwing you something and they cook you a cake or something. And there are certain situations you got to take these things just one at a time and make the best decision that you can for yourself. But just because you get a present from somebody doesn't mean you have to eat it. You can give that to somebody else or you can throw it away. It's not to tell them you're not grateful for the present. You can say thank you. You don't even have to mention that you're not going to eat it or anything. That's probably the way to go. But when you get it, you can say thank you. And then when they're not looking and they've left and it's the next day, you can throw that stuff out. That way it's not staring you in the face the whole time. But really, over time, the people in your life who are going to be giving you presents will learn what types of things you like and what types of things you do and don't do. We've worked with a teacher, and she got really, really good at it. Started with her kids giving her a whole bunch of candy and things for presents. So she got really good at saying thank you and then throwing them away. But then she got even better to kind of get out ahead of it and letting the kids and letting the parents know that she doesn't want these types of things, that she's trying to do this healthy thing for herself and yada, yada, yada. And the types of things that she got completely changed, and it made the situation so much better. So a lot of times, either you just have to be grateful and but you don't need to eat the thing to be grateful, but a lot of times you just need to have the conversation and let people know in your life the types of things that you're trying to do for yourself and why. And a lot of times they respond really, really well. So something just to keep in mind is that when you start kind of going against the grain, there are going to be some social challenges that come with that. So just be prepared. And when they happen, just kind of reflect back on what happened and what you could do to do better the next time, or how you could handle the situation better, and just take things one step at a time. But try and prioritize your own health and don't do things for other people when it's at a detriment to your health. All right, I hope that helps. Talk to y'all soon.